So I have Mr. Richard Urquhart in the car right now. My name is Kenny. I'll be your instructor this morning here in the Nissan GTR, going out to do 5 laps around our racetrack. First of 2 cars today. And it's not your first time at Exotics here, so thanks for coming back. But just a very quick reminder here for record's sake, all of the mirrors are adjusted for me. I am watching traffic, so you don't have to worry about anything besides having fun. Enjoy the car and just soak up the experience. If there's any slower cars ahead of you that you're trying to pass, please wait till you see their emergency hazard light flashing, then you can overtake and pass the car. Any cars you pass on the racetrack, my hand will be on the steering wheel. Please don't let go. You are in control. Now also, if there's any faster cars behind us, we do need to let them by. I will tell you there's a car approaching, and I will tell you which side they are passing us on, so it's no surprise to you. And at that time, I'll need you to release your foot from the throttle. Manual paddle shifter here does not move with the steering wheel. Right hand paddle upshift, left hand paddle downshift, and you'll have 7,500 RPMs to play with once we are on the racetrack. Have fun with that. And you've seen our racetrack before, but just a reminder, orange colored cones are your braking zone. So please go as fast as you are comfortable all the way to the orange braking cones. Once the front of the car passes double orange braking cones, brake firmly and consistently. The faster you drive, the more brakes you'll need. Or if you just hear me repeat myself saying brake, 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 brakes, brake harder. But keep in mind you want to do all of the braking in a straight line only before any of the turns. And once we're at the proper speed for our turn, I'll tell you to start releasing the brakes. You'll want to release them smoothly and slowly to maintain the balance of the car. And do let the car get closer to the green colored cones. Those are your turning cones. Closer to the green, the better driving line you'll have, which will in turn let you go faster around our racetrack. Any questions?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Very well. Make sure to keep your eyes up. Look as far ahead as you can. That way you'll gather all that information and nothing will sneak up on you. Turn your head and look up where you want to go. So with that said, sir, whenever you are ready, have your foot on the brakes. There's a button top of the gear lever. Shift it all the way to the bottom. Press the button down. Move the lever to the nudge it to the right once. Yep. There we are. Yep. There is no traffic. Let's go forward to your left-hand side. Good day to get it's a great way to get the day started driving these fast cars.
So this is all-wheel drive, right?
Yes, sir, it is. We'll bring the car up to our speed limit sign there. We'll just wait just a tad bit here. We got that 458 coming around. Perfectly gives us something to chase down.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and release your brakes now. Let's get on the racetrack. You're good. You're clear. Do a right hand upshift right away. We'll get on the just go ahead here. We'll turn to the left. I'll go straight across to the far green cone. A gentle touch on the brakes to balance the car, maintain your speed. Bring it to the green apex cone. At the apex here, squeeze on full throttle. Pedal to the metal, shift up. Yes, sir.
This thing's got vicious
shift up. Yes, sir. Stay on the throttle to the braking cones. Now brake firmly. Brake like you mean it. More brakes, more brakes. Left hand downshift. Turning in, eyes up to the right side. Maintain your speed. Now at the apex, start squeezing on the throttle as you're unwinding the wheel. Stay on the throttle to the orange cone, keeping left. Now brake here, medium pressure. Stay on the brakes as you turn right. Release the brakes. At the apex cone, squeeze the throttle down. Bring the car back to the right side, softly on the brakes. Wait for the green. Now cut across to your left, touch the red and white paint. At the top, squeeze on full throttle to your braking cones. Keeping left, braking in a straight line. It's a good speed. You can release your brakes, turn right, balance that throttle to maintain your speed. Apexing, now squeeze on full throttle, bring it to your right. Keep right. At the orange here, softly on the brakes. Turning left, gotta touch the brakes at the orange here. We would be accelerating here. Release your brakes, turning right, maintain your speed. Apexing, now squeeze the throttle as you're unwinding the wheel. Rock and roll, there's your first lap. How are you? Shift up. Stay on it, keep your eyes up. Brake like you mean it. Brake harder. Left hand downshift. Turning in. Keep your eyes up. Look to your right. Look where you want to go. Apexing. Now squeeze the throttle as you're unwinding the wheel. Stay on it. Keeping left. And braking, braking, braking. Got to feel the brakes. You got to brake at those orange cones. Release your brakes now. Apexing. Squeeze the throttle. Remember, brake in the straight line before the turn.
Right. So
at the green, we cut across to the left, maintaining your speed. At the top, now good balance there. Squeeze on full throttle. Set up on the left. Braking straight ahead to the turn-in cone. Wait for it. Now turn in. Balance that throttle to maintain your speed. As you cross your apex here, squeeze on full throttle. Bring it back to the right. Now coming up on our braking cones here, you want to touch the brakes here. Now release the brakes. Now you can accelerate straight across. Brake in a straight line. Release your brakes. That was much better. Right faster through that section. Here, squeeze on full throttle. Rock and
this
roll.
thing has got unbelievable torque.
Yes, sir. Shift up. Keep it going, keep it going. Brake like you mean it. Brake harder. Left hand downshift. Releasing the brakes. You could even brake harder than that.
Can I? Okay.
On the meter here, you're braking about 60%. You can bring that up to 90%.
Okay.
Keeping left and brakes. That's a good pressure. You want to stay on it this time. Turn right. Now release your brakes. At the green, squeeze the throttle. Bring it back to the right. Now again, softly on the brakes. Release the brakes. Now maintain your speed. At the top, squeeze on full throttle. Bring it back to your left. Hard on the brakes. All the way out. Release the brakes. Now maintain your speed. Balance that throttle. Keep it coming around. Now squeeze on full throttle. Bring it back to the right. All the way to the braking cone. Just a touch to the brakes. Turn in. Accelerating across. Brake hard, brake hard, brake hard. Release your brakes. Perfect. Balancing, accelerating, unwinding the wheel. Use that whole racetrack. Good stuff. Rock and roll. Ooh, shift up. Stay on it. Keep it going. Now brake like you mean it. Stand on those brakes. Left hand downshift. Now you can release the brakes. No drama. Maintaining your speed. Just look to your right. Look farther ahead. Now you can see where you're going. Full throttle, keeping left. And braking, medium pressure. You want to stay on the brakes. Turn right, release your brakes. Balance that throttle, accelerating, keeping right. Softly on the brakes, turn in, balance the throttle, maintain your speed. At the top now, put your foot down. Full throttle, bring it to your left. Brake hard, brake hard, brake hard. Release your brakes, maintain your, turn that wheel, turn it, turn it, turn it. Accelerating, unwind the wheel. Open it up, and then bring it back to the right. Softly on the brakes here, turn in, accelerate. We'll get right behind the Cayenne there. Brake in a straight line, release your brakes, turn it in, balance that throttle, look to your right, turn your head, squeeze on full throttle, unwind the wheel. We're gonna get right up behind him. Pass on the right, stay on it, keep going, keep accelerating. We'll stay in the middle of the track, let's not cut him off. Okay. Brake straight, brake harder, brake harder, brake harder, brake harder. Not enough brakes, now we're still braking into the turn. Squeeze the throttle, unwind the wheel.
You missed me on passing.
Sorry about that. Keep to your left side. And we're braking, stay on the brakes. We want to balance that car in, release your brakes. Apexing, squeeze the throttle, bring it to your right. Softly on the brakes here, cut to your left. Balance that throttle, bring it to the top. We'll squeeze on full throttle, bring it to your left. We're going to slow it down, sir, unfortunately. That was your 5 laps.
Oh my goodness, that's too fast.
You're fast. If we could exit on the left side here, please.
Right here? Okay.
Good morning. Whew, what a way to start the day.
That's an accelerator. This is a, now maybe it's because I know the track, but that was way faster seemingly than the Ferrari that I drove last time.
Possibly. You're just more, like you said, knowing that track, you're much more confident.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. I mean, those turbos help out a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
turbo cars have a lot of torque. Third row here, after the other GTR, please.
Mind the brake here, I'm in second.
Yes, pit number 10. Bring it to your right, try to get real close to the orange cone here. You're good. Keep coming around to your right. Good. Very well. We'll stop it right here.
Right there. That's
fantastic. We'll get the car into park, button on top. Release your foot from the brakes, catch your breath, soak it all up. Nice driving. Every lap you progressively got faster. Yeah. First lap around that chicane area, it's a little slow, but after you follow the directions, just a soft touch. We're not trying to slow you down. Our job here is to encourage and push you to drive these cars faster. We're just doing it the safest way. So it's just touching the car there, so you balance the car. It puts weight on that front tire so you can turn in. Once you turn in, you release your brakes. You got a straight shot to accelerate through that chicane. Good job there. Awesome. Heavy on the brakes, going down the straightaway, so you can you want to sacrifice a little bit of your speed for turn 2 there, so you can go through it with no drama.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, slow in gives you much faster exit speed.
I'm not used to being so hard on the brakes.
Yeah, well, it's, I mean, we're not very often going 120 down the interstate and need to like slow down to make a turn. But if you were to really go 120 down the interstate and you're missing that exit, you got to slow the car down. And you got to slow the car down in that straight line before you start turning that wheel, or else all kinds of drama will happen.
Absolutely.
All right, any questions, sir?
No, that's good. That's awesome.
Mr. Richard, it was a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kenny.
Are you going to be my guy for the Ferrari too?
Unfortunately not. Crap. Which Ferrari will you be driving?
The 458.
No, this is my car for the day here. You can request it, but I can't promise you it'll happen. But with that said, I will stop your video. I'll hand it back to you. Have yourself check in at that pit lane, and they'll get you ready for the next car. Watch your head as you jump out the car, and have a great rest of your time here at Exotics, and enjoy your stay here in Las Vegas.
That's awesome.
All right, sir. Have a good time.